Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news,
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors. Hey, happy campers! Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
It is week 75 here at camp, and we're feeling alive. That's for damn sure, because as this comes out, we are sailing the seven seas, y'all. We are on our cruise.
I know, I'm so excited. I hope it doesn't rain. I looked at the forecast as we're recording today, which is still a week out, and it said it's going to rain the day that we leave. But it's like the weather stays being wrong the day of. So I'm not going to overthink it.
Yeah, we're going
know?
to pack an umbrella and some Dramamine, and we're really just going to hope for the best and really make the best.
I know. I am really excited. So this time we're going with my friends, a couple. Well, your friends now too, but it's going to be 3 different couples. So it should be fun. I'm sure someone will get into a fight eventually, at least once. What's a vacation without a fight?
Yeah, it spices things up a little bit. One day when we're bored, I'm just going to start instigating something. I'll text people on the side. I'll just make things up.
Well, I went on a trip with my two friends, Kira and Des, and now all the boyfriends are coming this time, but we went years ago. And at one point in the vacation, we all fought with each other, at different points of it. But we look back on that vacation fondly. It's friends are going to fight. It's all good.
I am really aiming to have a good time, but also fight with everybody individually. So I have 5 people to get through. So I think I'm gonna start strong, and then I'm just gonna keep going throughout the
You should
week.
start with Desiree's boyfriend Cam, because I think
fiance.
I'm sorry, fiance. Right?
Oh, we have fiancés and husbands.
Yeah, fiancés and husbands. We're the boyfriends here.
Yeah, what's going on?
But you, that was shady. No, you should start with him, because I feel that would be way out of left field, because Cam is so sweet.
Yeah.
If you start with him, oh my god, then it's all bets are off.
But I don't want to hurt his feelings, so maybe I'll pull him aside and I'm gonna be let's just get into a fight and be crazy.
Oh my god, such a good thing to do. Warn him so then he can amp up his fight and have his little one-liners.
I feel he's a good physical actor, so he can maybe he shouldn't hit me. Maybe he should.
Well, he's strong, so just prepare for a wound.
Throw me overboard.
Oh
That'll be the ultimate prank on me.
Anyways, the cruise is coming up. I'm excited to talk about it again on the show, because last year's episode was such a fun, because we posted so much on the cruise, which I anticipate doing as well. So there's going to be a lot of build up and a lot of filling in the gaps. But that won't be from there. We won't have that episode out until 2 weeks, because next week's episode is also pre-recorded.
Yeah, being fully transparent, today is February 12th, I think, and I think this is going out in 2 weeks, and then we're pre-recording another episode.
No,
in 2 days.
Well, this one's going out. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna do the math out. It's
we don't know when you're gonna hear about it.
But it's better for us to pre-record than to have you guys having repeat episodes.
Yeah.
So we thought, hey, we can never shut the fuck up. We have enough to say always, so we can handle it. So what was the episode that we did for the cruise last year?
Yes, that was episode 23. Can you believe it was so long ago? But it was titled "The Cruise Banana Daiquiri Factory."
And that's great. So if you missed last year's cruise episode and you're new here, that's a really funny one to listen to if you want to warm up for this year's. I'm hoping we have just as good of a story as last year, because last year was so funny. And the Patreon videos we did.
Oh yeah, we have a whole Patreon vlog if you want to go watch that. That's also, if you sign up for Patreon at any time, you will get the back catalog of everything. But I'm gonna vlog again this year.
Also, side note, this is just a technical thing, but just in case, if you do sign up for Patreon, you do get your name in the end credits of the episode. But since this one will be delayed a couple weeks, if you sign up in that window, when we come back, we'll update everything. But if you sign up and don't see it on next week, it's because we were in the middle of pre-recording. So imagine you're on the cruise, you're updating the Patreon, upload for 19 hours on the cruise Wi-Fi.
I did that. That's what I did last year.
It was too much. That's why I had to pre-record. It's too much to upload out there.
The Valentine's Day episode took 11 hours to upload.
Well, you were uploading it in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, literally, we were in the Bermuda Triangle on the boat, and I couldn't, and I didn't have my phone because I could only have internet on one. Also, side note, if you don't know what Zach's talking about and you're audio only, but you're also a Patreon supporter, we've been putting since day one the names of all the Patreon supporters at the end. If you're in the $5 tier, which is the only tier that we have, those go out on the end of the videos on YouTube. So your name's been out there. Yeah. You guys are part of it. You help make it happen, producers, if you will.
Yeah.
But if you sign up and you don't see your name, it will be there. We just had to export everything early. So now that's sad.
Yeah, it's funny. So you know how we're doing the Cody Rigsby thing, the book tour stop in Atlanta? When he called me and asked us to do it, he was like, hey, can you do this date? And I was like, that's perfect. Our cruise is ending the day before. We're going to be in Orlando. We'll fly into Atlanta right after. And he was like, that's so funny. You guys are obsessed with cruises. And I was like, wait, that's so weird because we've been on one cruise together.
But I think we really just make it our personality. And also,
well, I can't help it. I'm excited. I'm excited about life always.
Rico Taquito, our friend Eric, when you were filming with Traders, he said the same thing. He was like, what are you guys doing? I was like, we're going on a cruise. And he said, oh, you guys love cruises. And I thought to myself, why do we keep hearing this? We've really only been on 2.
Well, it's funny because the one cruise we went on together, we made such a cultural impact.
Yeah, they talked about it on the news.
Oh my God, it's clearly was a memorable trip, not only for us, but for our peers in the industry. For them to recognize us as cruise people. Oh my God, so we're doing the damn job out here.
And let's be honest, like we're talking about it the second episode now. We're currently on the cruise as this goes out, and then we're going to talk about it again. So like we're really stretching it as much as we can.
Fun.
It is fun. We're definitely cruise people.
We give cruise energy for sure.
Where else do we like spending some time?
Well, we talked about this. If you're watching on YouTube, you're already getting the hint on the shirts here. But if there is one place that I think people would associate us with that makes sense other than chain restaurants.
And like a dumpster.
Yeah, or a camp.
Yeah, or camp. Lest we forgot.
The theme of the show. No, it would be Disney. I think we have been to Disney a lot. We've talked about Disney a lot. We've done a lot of, we've both done a lot of great Disney content. So I think like if someone would be like, oh, you're going to Disney again. It's like, I get that. We've been 3 times together, which is a lot.
And we are, skating the line very closely.
It's a line.
Of becoming Disney adults.
Dun, dun, dun. We need a sound box. Dun. What's it called? A soundboard. Dun, dun,
or sound box.
Yeah, whatever.
Do sound box.
Well, it's not. It feels like a slur.
What a Disney adult. Well, here's the thing too. I feel like we have Disney adults listening to this, so no, we're not painting an offensive light in any nature. But I feel like I don't identify as a Disney adult.
I don't either, and I have nothing against Disney adults. I think there's a fine line between a Disney adult and an adult who loves Disney.
Right, and sometimes that line is a little blurred. Sometimes it's dashed and darted and underscored.
Well, like everything else in life, it's not black and white. It's simply gray. And Disney is known for being gray.
Exactly.
The whole park is just all hues of gray.
Oh my God, can you imagine a Disney cruise if we went on a Disney cruise? I don't think we would really like that.
I don't want to. Unless there's a check involved. Just joking. No, so today's episode, at the start of the episode, we're going to talk about the lore of Disney adults, and through this process of discovering what makes a Disney adult, the history behind it, the cultural impacts, a lot of great research went into this. I've learned a lot. I think it's super entertaining too, so I hope you guys like it as well. But through that, we'll all identify me and Jonathan. And if you're a Disney lover yourself, I want you to also take these steps to really analyze yourself. Yeah. This is a reflecting podcast this week. It's really giving therapy sessions. So should we start off with just a general definition?
Yeah. So I went down the block to the camp library, made completely out of mahogany.
The archives, if you will?
The archives, yeah. I had to knock on the door 4 times. Little troll gave me a riddle and I answered it wrong the first 2 times. Luckily, I had 1 life left. And I did answer it properly. The answer was 9.
I thought it was red.
You were close.
It was 9.
As in the number, not no. So, and when I got there,
that was funny. Sorry. I feel like everyone's like, Zach didn't get Jonathan's joke. It's like, there's so many guys. So now I feel like when you make something clever, I have to be like, I got it. Because everyone in the comments is like, Zach didn't get it. It's like, I'm not that stupid, guys.
But then I also just keep rambling. I'm a ramble mouth.
Yeah, you are. That's what they call you down at the camp archive.
Literally, it's dopamine seeking behavior. So I go down to the dark archive with my candle in hand. And I cracked open one of our oldest books on the shelf.
The oldest, if you will.
The Urban Dictionary. And what I found within the Urban Dictionary, which is actually bound in mouse skin.
Oh my God, I thought it was raccoon skin.
No, you would think, but it's Minky's. Minky's mink.
Oh, it's not Mickey, it's his cousin Mink.
Minky, yeah, Minky's mink. Minky Minchy. Oh, I gotta get through this.
Is the Urban Dictionary skin? It was stinky in the archive.
Stinky Minky. Okay. Guys, everyone, can we all just relax?
Everyone. Focus.
What's wrong with you guys today? Okay, so according to the...
What is the definition, please?
Urban Dictionary. Are we recording? Okay, just checking. According to the Urban Dictionary, a Disney adult is defined as a millennial adult.
Okay.
With or without kids.
Okay.
That can't stop talking about Disney, including both the movies and the parks. Even if they do have kids, they are still more obsessed than said children would be. They probably engage. Hello?
I'm choking on water.
Don't do that while I'm reading.
So sorry.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Then why are you being drawn?
I didn't mean to. It was the power of Minky.
Okay. They probably engage in casual Disney bounding.
We'll get into that.
Yes, we will. And visit the theme parks at least once a year. They're obsessed with everything Disney and probably have a Minky Mouse bumper sticker or to-do.
Or what?
To-do.
Oh, tattoo. Because I'm sorry. To-do is Australian for tattoo. Some campers didn't know that because they must have missed that episode.
Yeah, it does sound like a list. Like a
To-do.
to-do list.
Yeah, like a to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Keep up, campers. One of the most terrifyingly...
So bitchy.
Wait, listen to this. One of the most terrifyingly intense people you'll ever encounter. That's drama.
Yeah, that's fresh. Who wrote that entry into the archive of the Minky Mouse skin?
Minky Mouse Clubhouse.
Is Urban Dictionary like Wikipedia where it's like just free reign for anybody? Or do you have to like
yeah, no,
employee?
you can see who submits it. It'll have a username, it'll have the date that they submitted it. But I do believe it's like peer reviewed. Like other people can add things or you can thumbs it up, thumbs it down. Yeah, I think they can, upvote some words that they want.
Oh, you're right. It's kind of like Reddit where there's like upvotes and downvotes.
Correct.
And that probably like ranks the best definition.
Correct. So I think it's curious that a Disney adult is commonly defined as a millennial adult.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too because I think it can obviously like run through like any generation for sure. Like even adults now are in their 20s, like early 20s. They're technically adults, but they're like Gen Z.
Yeah.
But there's Disney adults in every class. But I think the reason why millennials specifically get that target on their back is for a lot of reasons, but one of the first reasons that we're going to cover today is like the huge resurgence of Disney culture in the 90s specifically. Like, I don't know, the animation studios like woke up one day and was like, wait, we need to fucking put it into high gear, push the needle here. So some of the movies that came out in that time frame for millennials in their childhood, well, like Little Mermaid was the start really in 89, in my opinion. A Disney adult will fight me on that.
No, it's a 90s movie for me.
Yeah, I think so too, but it's technically 89, whatever. 1989. Lion King.
Simba.
Probably one of the if not the biggest Disney movie.
I love Lion King. Holy shit.
It's like not my personal favorite, but I do recognize its like impact.
What year did Hunchback of Notre Dame come out?
I think in the 90s too. I didn't include it because I know it triggers you.
Not my fave. Not my fave.
It is so scary. That scary Catholic man with his big black hat. I've talked about him before. He might be the most horrifying Disney villain ever written.
Besides Mr. Tarzan ass.
Oh,
Clayton.
I think Clayton has the scariest name.
Yeah.
I would never look at a baby and say, baby Clayton. I'm like, that's a villain.
Clay. Little baby Clay. You can mold him.
Yeah, you can mold him to not be a villain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't believe you have a child named Clayton. Edit that out.
I'm not going to.
My favorite Disney movie.
Yeah.
My favorite Disney princess. Who is she?
Mulan.
I think too, I think it was like 98.
Oh, we're pushing.
I think the reason why I like it so much is because I'm gay. And I think I saw as a child
Who was that girl I see? Oh my God, you're so
Isn't that
right.
so interesting that like my entire life I lived for that movie. And then afterwards, I think I saw a woman trying to like enter like a man's world. And in some ways as a very effeminate gay child, I must have saw myself in that story a little bit. Isn't that like, that's crazy.
We're really discovering things. So let's dig a little bit deeper because I forget the character's name, but the one Mulan was falling in love with when she was dressed up like a guy, there's like the weird gay relationship, but it's not truly gay. It's giving motocross. Oh my God. Wait, that's going to come back into the conversation too. Way later in the show. Guys, put a pin in that. Put a mental pin in that. Okay. Do you remember that Disney Channel?
I don't remember the plot. I did see it though.
Andy Carson, 125 bro.
Yeah.
It's my last name. But yeah, so there was always the questionable, like, was he gay? Because he had somewhat feelings.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because there definitely was like some tension between the two of them.
But when she was out of drag, she was girl. So like that's okay. But he still had feelings for somebody else, a different human being, no matter what they looked like, because of who they were inside.
Oh my God. I literally, and then it's Christina Aguilera singing the titular song. It's like, let's just add another gay flair on top of that.
Let's end the episode here. I don't think we can. I think it's downhill from here.
It really is an interesting revelation. It has nothing to do with this topic at all, but like it is something personal for me.
Yeah, I love that.
So other than Mulan, Pocahontas, another great movie. I have like not harsh feelings, but like weird feelings because it's like so like not
how it actually was portrayed.
Happened.
Yeah, she was like 12.
And I did like love the movie growing up, but now they look back at it, I'm like, it's a peppered past.
Yeah, it is a peppered past.
So I'm not going to give that any air because I feel like that I don't know enough about it to speak honestly about it.
Yeah.
But I know it's not accurate. Beauty and the Beast, also not accurate because like
bestiality.
in the history of the Beast of France, he hated brunettes. He only liked blondies.
Really?
I'm joking. I don't mean that.
Oh, I was like, okay, come on.
It was a joke because like that's obviously not a real story. The joke did not land, and not every joke's gonna land.
Oh,
here.
sorry.
Beauty and the Beast, a great movie.
Good movie.
And I think one of the best live action remakes they made. Then two more. I'm sorry, Aladdin. I love Aladdin, and then the start of Pixar with Toy Story.
Disney's competition in the same genre was really just Fern Gully at the time, and I like Fern Gully.
I love Fern Gully.
I can fuck with her. I'm all against deforestation. Let's get that straight.
It's not sounding like that.
Let's get that straight. But she didn't stand a chance. The Iron Giant, take your WD-40 and see yourself out. Like they really didn't stand a chance. Those were kind of the only two other movies. Oh, and those weird dinosaur movies.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I could kill all three of those movies with fertilizer. Each remove.
My God. Okay, true.
Round them up, spray them with Roundup.
Okay.
Anyways, moving forward. So that was like a big reason why like 90s.
The Disney Renaissance is what they're calling it. Yeah.
Another factor that we talked about in the definition is what is Disney bounding? That kind of classifies as Disney adult. Jonathan, please explain to our campers who may not know what Disney bounding is.
Now, I knew what it was, but I didn't know there was a word for it until like rather recently. Like maybe within like the last 2 years.
Me too.
Sorry, I almost threw up. It wasn't throw up though. At the parks, you cannot dress up like a character, like in costume rather, because it'll confuse the kids. And then I don't know, it's people start getting weird trying to do like their own meet and greets dressed as a character. I don't know. I think it can get really weird really fast.
It's like the Party City Jafar is sitting by the churro maker, like get him out of the park.
And then can you imagine if somebody who didn't know that wasn't an actual character like walks by and they're like, God, this place has really gone downhill. Is he drunk?
He smells like cigarettes.
Literally. And they basically strictly forbid people dressing in the costumes. So Disney adults got a little creative and we really got to hand it to them. And they came up with Disney bounding. Well, I don't know who came up with it, but it's when you dress similar to a character, i.e., do you remember those leggings that were like back in the day when Galaxy leggings were big and like Wet Seal and Hot Topic had like the fish print, like the fish scale, like rainbow. So she's wearing those on the bottom in this hypothetical situation, and then like a purple top or like a teal leggings and then like a purple top to represent Ariel.
Yeah, from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, or can you help me come up with another one to explain this better?
Oh, well, that was the exact example that I had in mind.
What would you dress up as?
Oh, okay. So like what would I do for Disney bounding? Oh, I have that in my notes. I would do Mickey because it would be really simple. You do a black t-shirt, red shorts, and then like yellow Vans.
So yeah, that's what Disney bounding is. Who would I be? Oh, I would wear all purple and carry around calamari in a to-go box. And I'd be Ursula.
Ursula.
And you would be Ariel. And we could walk together as one.
I was Minky.
Oh, that Ariel was the example. Sorry, I'm losing it today.
So Ursula is off-brand Ursula?
Yes.
Ursula. Tikka Ursula.
Chicken tikka Ursula. Or it's calamari tikka Ursula.
It can go anywhere.
If you will. But I do feel as though I Disney bound as Tarzan's dad every day. I'll let that be known.
I've been telling you that for years that you look like Tarzan's dad.
You're the only person who's ever told me that, and he is handsome, and that really makes me feel good. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, that's how I feel.
Oh my God. And also, if you're watching this online, don't adjust your screens. These are new Crocs both of us are wearing.
Mine have plenty of gibbets on them.
Yeah, I love that. Mine are naked and in a nude tone because I'm going for the nude look. Thank you.
Okay, let's shift back gears to Disney adults. I read this fantastic article in the Rolling Stone by E.J. Dixon called How Disney Adults Became the Most Hated Group on the Internet.
That's harsh.
It is, but there was a really specific moment in 22 that kind of brought it back to this conversation of like, why are Disney adults so annoying? And as someone who's like teetering with it, it's like I'm not against it. We're just trying to figure out like where the discourse is happening here.
Right, but I mean, like the most hated group on the internet, ISIS, had a Twitter account.
Well, yeah. Oh, wow.
So let's get into the article.
Wow. And I think it's just clickbait here, right?
Yeah,
but
of course.
It's funny because EJ Dixon starts off the article as a Disney adult himself.
Oh, so he's self-admitted.
Yeah, because
cool.
and that's why I loved about it, because he's like he's being critical about the community, but then he starts off his article like this, which is so just Disney adult, and I love it. He goes, "I'm one of those people who screams bob and weave when trying to navigate my family through the swells of humanoid mozzarella sticks on Main Street, so we can make our 6:30 dinner reservation at the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. What can I say? I'm a sucker for a $17 oversalted margarita."
Is that the one that's in the tomb?
What? No, it's the one across the street, technically.
Oh.
But there is one in there there too. There's
that
two.
might be it, because that one's a walk up like a cafeteria ass.
No, the one on the lake is actually the fancier one, and the one inside's more of like there's two.
Okay.
The one on the lake is expensive and ritzy because you can watch the fireworks from there too.
Are you hearing what we're saying? Like, we're kind of digging ourselves a hole here.
I think we're going to get into it, but I think we just love Disney World and Disneyland. I don't think we're like as much as into the fandom of like the movies as much. Okay. I didn't see Elemental. I'm not gonna.
Period.
Then he goes on to talk about this Reddit post that kind of launched why all these articles were written in 2022. So are you familiar with on Reddit that page, Am I the Asshole?
Yes, very much so.
People write in anonymously.
Yeah.
About like a thing that they've done in their life, and they're like, hey, like, am I being an asshole about this? So that people don't know
who
they really are.
I kicked my grandma in the face, but she was being really mean. Am I the asshole?
And then everyone in the comments is like, well, more context, please. So this person writes in, and it was a bride who had opted to pay for Mickey and Minnie to appear at her wedding rather than feed her guests.
Was the wedding near Disney World?
I think it was in Disney.
Okay.
It was like probably at one of those like wedding pavilions at like the Grand Floridian or something.
So instead of paying for the plates.
Yes.
Okay.
So I remember seeing this on TikTok, and apparently, if my memory is correct, and I did not do enough research, I'm sorry, I was doing other things. I think that there was like an appetizer table.
Hors d'oeuvres.
So hors d'oeuvres. And I think people were like eating, and then there was speeches, and like, oh, I'll have a deviled egg, I'll have a little crostini.
Yeah, but I don't want to fill up because I know it's going to be good.
Exactly. And then it's like, oh, well, we're going to go in another room and sit down soon. This is just cocktail hour. And then it starts to first dance, and everyone's like, oh, this is cute. This is kind of a random format.
Where's my salad?
And then the DJ comes out, and there's DJ Goofy on the ones and twos, and Donald's doing the limbo, and everyone's like, I said chicken, not steak.
There's no plate on this charger.
It's great. And that's what happened. I think it just kind of led into dancing hour, and then it was over, and everyone was like, wait, there was no actual fucking food here.
Baby hungry.
And I think what happened was, I think people said that was rude to her that went to the wedding, and then she went on Reddit, was like, am I an asshole because I could only afford food or Mickey and Minnie, and I wanted Mickey and Minnie? And everyone's like, this is the bad side of Disney adults. It's like,
yeah, that I think she is kind of an asshole for that. If people are showing up, obviously you're gonna be getting gifts, and money,
and people paid a lot of money to be there.
Yeah, and most of the time, people are carving out a lot of. It is your day, yes, but to starve people so Minky and Mingy can show up on the dance floor is crazy to me.
Yeah, it would have been murder on the dance floor if I didn't eat.
And then people would be pissed and even more drunk than usual because there's nothing to sop it up. The hors d'oeuvres, and I'm sorry, the little deviled eggs, no matter how good they are, it's not a male vibes.
Exactly. I need more than a deviled egg.
Let me back it up a couple of years, because maybe the girl who's getting married was obsessive on Tumblr because you weren't like. Were you in the Tumblr realm, or like you were like a bystander kind of, right?
No, I was way into Tumblr, but I wasn't into like, for your Tumblr, I think you like look at Tumblr as a lot of it is like, maybe I'm wrong, but like I think you like were into like emo Tumblr.
Yeah.
I was into aesthetic Tumblr.
Oh, I was a mix of a couple.
I was definitely like really into like aesthetics like Tumblr. Like it would have
Galaxy cats.
No, that's not aesthetics Tumblr at all. I was looking at like
celluloid photos of girls with fishtail braids eating a croissant.
Yeah, and then or like just really dreamy pictures of Iceland, or like diamonds with like kind of like literally what I made for my birthday post of that tray. Everyone was like, "That's so Tumblr." It's like that's the shit I would have reblogged. Like poppers on diamonds diamonds with champagne.
Yes.
Like I would have, that's like literally like the stuff I like consumed. But like that's the Tumblr person I was.
So do you know who Spieling Peter is? Or
Only
Peter?
through you, but like you should tell the campers about him.
So campers, buckle up, listen up. So these people, the millennials who are now getting married that are, you know, maybe self-identified Disney adults. Let's rewind it back to like 2000. I'm going to say like 2009 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put 2008 on it. And there was this Peter Pan cast member at Disneyland. He was a very specific one. They rotated a couple different like people to play the role of Peter in the parks. And this one Tumblr nicknamed Spieling Peter because he would get on the storybook ride. I think it's called the storybook ride, right? Or the storybook train or something like that. Anyway, he would get on the ride and grab the microphone and like give tours to the people who were on the ride. So he was spieling. He was giving a spiel.
Oh, and that's why they called him Spieling Peter.
Yeah. And he would also talk to the guests a lot longer. It was a little bit more like an intimate conversation with this one specifically. And Tumblr girls, gays, and theys were like, he is so hot. And everybody was just reblogging the shit out of him. And everybody knew like who Spieling Peter was. Even if you didn't call him that, like you would recognize that specific Peter Pan. And he was just everywhere on Tumblr. There were multiple Tumblr accounts that were dedicated just to him. It was like, F yeah, Spieling Peter. Do you remember those? Like the F yeah accounts?
Yeah.
Then a bunch of girls would just show up at the park and follow him around with a camera and like vlog the whole thing and like find him. And you could tell he was like in character, but trying to get them to go away.
Yeah. And it's like, you can't be rude because you're working at Disney, but it's like, girl, like this is like literally a child's park. Like it's
right. And he would see like a little kid and it would kind of be an easy split off to like, oh, go and talk to this little kid instead of like this grown teenage girl who's like thirst trapping me, you know, and do what I'm supposed to be here to do. And he would turn to the girl, and there's actually videos of him turning, and he's like, hey, let's go on a treasure hunt. Why don't you go on that side of the park and look for this, and I'll come find you. And the girl's like, okay. And then like still clearly isn't getting it and just is filming this poor guy who's just trying to do his job.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just being harassed constantly because of all this Tumblr notoriety. What really tipped the iceberg there was this post that started going around of this anonymous girl who said Peter whispered in her ear, like, you're beautiful, I love you, or something like that. And the cast member who played Peter actually came out for the first time because his name got dragged into it, his real name. He has media training, and I don't know if Disney had him do this because it was a very nice response to this, but he was like, not saying this didn't happen, but this was not me, would not happen at a Disney park, basically like something along those lines to clear his name from the air. But then all the other girls were like basically writing fan fictions and trying to go there and have it come true and then lie on Tumblr and say that it really happened.
Yeah, because they saw like something blowing up and they wanted to be a part of it.
And then he got let go.
Oh, well, it was unfortunate. Maybe he got a severance package because it's like, obviously he was good at his job. He was just a little too good.
Yeah.
He got a fandom.
And he did marry the girl who played Wendy at the park in real life.
Oh, so a really happy ending.
A really happy ending. And he still goes back to the Disney parks. Now, it's also not clear if he got fired because of all of the Tumblr traction. A lot of people speculate that is the reason why, but also he was 22. He was like older to begin with to be playing. Out. Yeah, so he could have just been aging out. But his responses, and even when he was leaving the park, I was like tearing up reading. I was like, ew, am I like part of the fandom? Like, why am I getting emotional? It was just worded so eloquently. And what he did say that was kind of shady in the post was that it was not by choice and that he was being forced out.
Well,
so I don't. Yeah, I don't know if that was because of the Tumblr stuff, which then again led people to speculate. But he went on to make like YouTube videos and stuff, and he did a different Peter Pan side project somewhere. But yeah, he's out there living happily ever after with Wendy
in Never Neverland.
Yeah, but that Peter Pan was absolutely wild.
Well, in 2022, NPR also did an article about Disney adults by Deanna Schwartz. And I thought this was really crazy because she interviewed Jody Eichler Levine, a professor of religion at Lehigh University, and she researches Disney and its connection to religion, which I think is really interesting, how world religions intersect with Disney and how Disney itself functions as a religion.
My God has mouse ears.
Well, one of the ways that Disney is like a religion to some, Eichler Levine argues, is it's a pilgrimage of sorts. She says people see their trips to Disney in a very reverent light. I love that word. People will go there and talk about being transformed or making crucial memories, and they'll go to mark particular life cycle events, like announcing a pregnancy or after they've gotten treatment for an illness, much like a religious person would do in some sort of like religious pilgrimage.
I see.
I think people work really hard to go there, and I think it's a really it's a marker of people like getting a break from their real lives, maybe healing some sort of childhood trauma. Like I think I watched people today on TikTok be interviewed how much money they spent on Super Bowl tickets. And it was unbelievable. And I think I never want to hear a Disney doll ever get attacked again for how much money they spent. $8,000 per ticket.
I heard $13,000. And then it cut to another guy who was like, I actually didn't pay for tickets.
Well, it depends on the section you said it. So I'm like, okay, look at that. $13,000 for one ticket, okay? How many Disney trips can you go on for $13,000? With so much more memory and life and like journey in that. And like, it's not say one's better than the other, but it's like, let's not shit on Disney adults for what makes them happy when we have someone who's going to go watch grown men in leotards shove their coaches and scream Viva Las Vegas 3 times in a row looking for a reaction he's not getting.
But then you know what they say at the end when they win the Super Bowl? I'm going to Disney World.
What a good tie-in. But no, I do see like the connections to religion, and I do understand how it may come across as a little over the top when people are emotional, but we know what people are going through.
Yeah, that's true.
Let people live their lives. But I just think it's a harsh category to be a part of. And if you're strong enough to accept that title, go off. But
however, we do not accept the title.
Well, listen, I like this last part that Dr. Eichner Levine says. She was like, are there structural critiques that are made of the Walt Disney Company? Sure. But just because something is capitalistic doesn't mean it's entirely tainted. Something can make money, but also bring people great joy and meaning. I don't mind my association with Disney. I don't consider myself a Disney adult. I consider myself an adult who loves Disney. But if you want to label us that way, cruisers, Disney adults, and for yourself too, like it's kind of fun to understand the psychology of what makes people like Disney. But I don't think it's an inherently bad thing. I just don't.
No.
And they like gay people.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah. Well, we just watched an episode of King of Queens where Leah Remini said in a bit, she said, drawing makes you gay. It was a joke. It was out of context how I'm saying it. But I love Leah Remini, and it was actually fucking funny.
We were cackling.
I love King of Queens. So good.
Oh, but gays love King of Queens.
We do.
Gays love cruising.
We took a BuzzFeed quiz that we're going to link in the episode description about it's like checking things off to see if you're a Disney adult. I got 19 out of 50.
I got 20 out of 50.
And we both ranked as not really a Disney adult yet.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we stand.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to get any more. There's, Moana too. I don't know.
I know. I'm excited. I'm sick. Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements. Welcome back to Morning Announcements, campers. This is the part of the show where we share news articles with you that you might have missed that we want you to spread like wildfire. Jonathan, will you start us off with your crazy news article of the week?
I would absolutely love to. So I'm going to save the article title for the end because it gives everything away. So there is this aquarium, and it's called Aquarium and Shark Lab by Team Echo. Not to be confused with Echo by Mark Echo.
I know, it sounds like a cologne.
Do you remember Mark Echo? Okay, stop.
Yeah,
We have to stay focused. So it's located in downtown Hendersonville, North Carolina. And they have this stingray there, and her name is Charlotte. Isn't that cute?
That is cute.
So back in September 2023, the team at the aquarium noticed some swelling. They're like, whoa, the bitch is swole. What's going on? So they run some tests on her. And she's like, why are you making me run tests? The Scantron doesn't work underwater. I literally wrote that joke down. Please laugh at home. So they're running these tests on her. And the staff at the aquarium runs an ultra test, and they find, stop, you're not going to laugh at this part. They run an ultrasound and they find multiple growths, and they think she has cancer.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah, you want to laugh now, ass? But don't worry, it's not cancer.
What are you
Charlotte
lying?
is actually pregnant.
Okay, we're welcoming the birth of new babies.
But then they're confused.
Why? What's wrong with Charlotte's babies?
Because there was no male stingray in the tank. So exactly, they're like, I'm sorry, Mick, what? So there is this really, really rare thing, and it's called
Immaculate Conception?
Yeah, that.
Come
basically,
on, Mary.
It's parthenogenesis, which is when eggs develop on their own without fertilization to create a clone of the mother stingray.
Oh, because she sneezed.
So it is really rare, and they're not sure if this is the case here.
What else would it be?
Well,
there's no other sneaky link in there.
Then,
wait, is there a sneaky link?
The aquarium's founder, Brenda Raymer, comes up with a Jurassic Park theory.
Okay, grow up, girl.
Because a few months prior to that, in July 2023, there were 2 male white spot bamboo sharks that had been added to Charlotte's tank.
Oh, crossbreed.
But the sharks were really young, so they didn't think they were going to have an issue with like any type of anything, because like the animals don't crossbreed usually, like ever, nor do like the really young ones. And these ones were under the age of 1, so they weren't even fully mature yet. But one day she came into the aquarium and noticed that there were a few bite marks on Charlotte's fin edges. And bite marks are an indicator of mating in sharks, since sharks are kinky like that. And they bite during that mating process.
Super freaky gal.
Super freaky gal. So they moved. They moved.
Scary. I don't like the story.
They moved all the fish out, and they're
too
like,
late, girl. She's already knocked up.
They're like,
they're gonna isolate her
no,
in her maternity ward.
No. She has her friends, but they take the sharks out.
Well, they're not her friends. No one protected her.
They're like, this is Charlotte's house, and she can stay here.
Up.
So, and they don't even know if this is what happened. And this is why we need like Ring doorbell cameras in a house. That's just a security camera. I didn't need to say Ring. Okay. So, Charlotte is expected to deliver 4 pups on February 12th, the day we're recording this, bitch.
Oh my God. So we gotta get the live cam up.
Yeah, you guys. So I checked this morning before we did this, and I guess the story was like completely blowing up everywhere, and people were fighting in the comments. So the aquarium.
Were they fighting about team boy, team girl?
Well, no, people were fighting about whether or not this is like an immaculate conception, or it was the shark, or if the aquarium's to blame for shit. People are just like throwing out random nuggets of knowledge that aren't true, and it's a Facebook argument. People are bored, you know?
Yeah.
But as I checked on Facebook, she did not give birth, but you bet your tits that I will be posting a congratulations post on there. Either one of 2 things happened. A new species of stingray sharks is going to be born, or it's immaculate conception, and it's the new coming of Christ in the form of 4 little stingray pups.
Is it 4 or 2?
4.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's 4 little puppies.
Let's name them right now. Marigold. Giuseppe.
Philippe.
Tanya.
Marigold.
Giuseppe.
Ursula.
No, we already have 4.
Oh.
Giuseppe, Philippe, Marigold, and Tanya.
Oh, that's beautiful. Perfect.
Charlotte has the most beautiful litter I've ever seen.
Stinkiest litter I've ever smelled. Can you imagine stingray sharks in the wild, though? Like, if they were the size of a shark that had like a fin on the back, and they can knock over a boat.
Don't tell the Irwins. They're going to freak out.
Knock a man into the water, sting him, cook him to like medium well perfection, and then eat him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That'd be a great addition to like one of those like crazy restaurants that has those like, we have exotic meats.
Oh, ew.
Oh, sorry. That joke didn't land.
Well, it landed on a plate. On a plate near you. But anyway, did I have any other notes? Oh, no. We love Charlotte. Charlotte is mother.
Charlotte is mother. So it's just like a stay tuned episode.
Yeah, Charlotte, it's going to have to be.
Charlotte is so Mary Mother.
But the people who are listening to this can probably go find out before we know in this very moment, because they're listening in 2 weeks.
Mary.
Whenever this comes out. Oh, no. Mary. She's going to have a gender reveal. She's registered at the PetSmart.
It's not called a gender reveal. It's just called a birth.
Oh, well, it's going to reveal the gender.
Yeah, but you don't like imagine calling the birth the gender reveal. It's like, well, what about the baby being
she's going to give birth, and she's registered at the local PetSmart. So
I can already feel that Giuseppe will be the oldest.
Probably. And Philippe's going to be the rut.
The runt?
The rut.
the rat. It's a rat.
Okay, so that's my story. I'm super excited. I can't wait. I'm keeping my keen eye.
You couldn't even sleep last night. You were too busy on your like live stream.
No, I was knocked the fuck out at 9 p.m. and I didn't wake up today till like almost 10.
You were sick. I'm getting over sickness. You're getting started with it.
That's why we're a little loopy today.
Loopy joopy.
So that article did come from WRAL.com, and it was titled "Miraculous Birth Expected at North Carolina Lab from Stingray with No Mate Possibly Impregnated by Sharks." I'm out of breath.
Love that. I'm wishing well for Charlotte. And she's probably pushing right now. Bye.
Push and pee.
Oh, yes, okay. She is. It's a water birth, of course.
Now, Charlotte she's like, actually, I'm going to hop out of the tank for this one.
Charlotte's like, I'm looking for a local doula.
Anybody have an epidural?
Stop. Okay, so my article this week is by Archie Mitchell at The Independent. It's titled Tory Peer Criticizes Domino's Over Egregious Easter Cream Egg Cookie. Let's get into this. Domino's Pizza in the UK, specifically, and Cadbury have been blasted by a minister in the House of Lords. That was the start of that article. I said, what the fuck is the House of Lords?
Take me there.
It's like the Republican Party of Europe, and they're like the second level under like maybe Parliament. I'm making things up. I don't understand how the English government works. And I don't think as a blue-blooded American, is it blue-blooded or red-blooded?
Well, we're warm-blooded.
As a warm-blooded reptile American man, I need to understand how the men in powdered wigs in England get down. Frisky in the House of Lords. But
and who lives in Big Ben?
Ben.
Oh. And where does he lie in the Parliament?
I don't understand how this works.
These are questions we'll never know.
I'm just saying, when I bring up the terms, I don't know. So this guy in the House of Lords is essentially pissed off that Domino's is partnering up with Cadbury Eggs for this like seasonal cookie.
Is it because Cadbury is like a religious like Easter thing?
No, I think I'll get into it, but it's just, so he's a conservative and his name is Lord Bethel of Rumford, posted a scathing tweet about the controversial cookie, which Domino's announced for the first time on Thursday. So they post this like very classic Domino's ad. It's essentially like a chocolate chip cookie with a big center in it because there's like fucking Cadbury cream egg in the middle of it.
Oh my God, it probably looks like Charlotte's belly.
It does. It's giving. It does. The whole shape of it. Yeah, it does. So he looks at the tweet and he says, "This is disgusting."
And then they took that and ran with
literally it. Literally, it goes worse. It's like a government official. He's like, "This is trash." I think it's just like so shady.
That's something Kira would say to something on DoorDash.
He represents all health matters and legislation in the upper house.
Okay,
I'm in the lower house, baby.
Me too. I can't walk up those stairs.
He goes, "These are serious corporation food companies. What are they thinking?" Then he goes, "These executive teams, the board, and the shareholders should be ashamed of themselves." That was me doing his list.
I see.
So he's continuing to drag them. Then he writes another tweet saying, I hope the executive team are ashamed of themselves."
I'm sure they're fine.
They should be. And then he goes back and he goes, "No, I hope you
they
are. You better be." So he's like, "It's not illegal, but it's harmful. It'll weigh heavily on their future career prospects, and it's disgusting. They should know better and use their many talents to find less egregious ways to hit their targets." So the reason why he tweeted all that was because like just days previous, a report came out that warned children of being betrayed as the UK fails to give them a healthy start to life.
Oh, okay. So it's like a health issue. Yeah. Okay, I see.
Like America for so long has been known to be like, we don't give a fuck, like red dye 40 for life.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think a lot of European countries are still like very, like you've seen that picture of Fanta where in America, like it's like neon orange. And then when you see it in England, it's like, it looks like orange juice.
Yeah.
So it looks like normal. So I think that's why he's like, we're setting down a slippery slope to America. And I'm reading this as I eat a McDouble. It's like, come on. Lord Bethel says the companies are taking the piss. He's just like really going crazy. So videos of cream eggs and recipes inspired by this seasonal chocolate have gone viral on social media platforms, including TikTok, generating tens of millions of views. So essentially, Domino's saw a TikTok trend and was like, let's put it on the menu.
Okay.
And then Lord Bethel says, "So your great idea, genius food brand, is to follow a TikTok and produce a recipe with your great brands behind it and use social media to market it to children?" He then follows up and says, "My favorite word I've ever heard a British person say, and I heard it on The Crown, and I'm obsessed with it, the word abdication."
Oh, that's your favorite.
Because it is such like when they say it in the early seasons of The Crown, it's like it's that like abdication is like the removal of responsibility, like leaving what you should be doing.
Yeah, abdicating responsibility, of course.
He says it is a total abdication of responsibility. You are curators of two of the biggest food brands in this country, and this is where you end up with cream egg cookies. Not the little like silly like TikTok team at Domino's being like, "We have a great idea, it's gonna be fucking sick," and then like
they're like, whoa.
Oh my God, we're being dragged by Lord Bethel.
No, we can't.
Oh my God, Bethel. That sounds like Bethlehem, where Mary gave birth
to
Immaculate Conception.
Cream egg Easter cream egg Oh my God. We have so many full circles that are closing.
Next.
And they're all so loosely tied together that it's just one big loose circle.
That's
what I call my butthole.
Okay, enough. I'm bringing us back on track here.
Okay.
His last scathing tweet, because he hasn't stopped reading these bitches down for filth. He says, "Have you got nothing better to do with your lives? It is beyond ridiculous what a bunch of morons." He ate those motherfuckers up like a cookie.
And honestly, I see where he's coming from.
So
is he controversial? Did he do anything bad?
I don't know. Okay.
Okay, good. Let's get that on record. We don't know.
We don't know, but at the same time, it's like, God, I'm a gay man on a camp theme podcast. I can keep up with my politics here. I'm not doing international UN affairs. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't. But the cookie, honestly, at the end of the day, looks disgusting. He's not even wrong.
Does it look like a runny egg?
No, it's like, you know when you put an Oreo in the middle of a chocolate chip cookie and it has that little bump?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how big that bump would be with a Cadbury egg. It's like foreign. It looks like a cyst.
Ew, like a little pimple. Dr. Pimples Poppers.
And this picture of it's like cut open and it's like dribbling and drooling. It does not look good.
I'm not loving Cadbury eggs at all.
I don't love them either. And then Domino's is like, listen, it's a good cookie and it comes in with one cookie comes in at just over 370 calories.
Oh.
What? It's not like one cookie, 370 calories, one cookie.
I do fear though that this is gonna have the Barbra Streisand effect, the Streisand effect, if you will, because we didn't know about it, but now we're talking about it, and I'm craving that sweet cookie.
Oh, well, now I just want the controversial cookie that Lord Bethel hates.
Exactly. So now it's going to have the adverse effect. But as a politician, he just needed to make sure he got it on paper that he was doing something.
I think it was just like really bad timing after they had that huge report about how like the country's not doing enough to protect their kids to have like a healthy start at life. And then he's seen like two major food groups like promoting something that's really grossly over like unhealthy. I don't know.
Yeah.
On TikTok, from TikTok. I see the connections. I think it's obviously an overstep. I think like, listen, kids are going to eat cookies. They've been eating cookies since the beginning of time. Okay.
Yeah. Like nobody's forcing them to eat it. It would be different if it was like readily available, a school handing them out.
Yeah. Okay. What about the adults?
It's question? Also, is it not a limited edition run?
Yeah.
Like my assumption is it's probably a limit a dish, as they call it overseas.
Yeah. For Easter.
In a Domino's X Cadbury.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
Yeah. So Domino's can deliver you pizza and an Easter tree on Easter Sunday.
Will we be getting those here?
Well, I think they're probably gonna look at the test market and see it's not going well. But Americans would love that. We eat that shit up.
Yeah,
I don't like Cadbury eggs though.
Yeah, no, I could really go for a Reese's peanut butter cup. That would be yummy right now. It's comme delicious.
Well, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show. Oh, wait, now I'm getting Australian. I'm getting confused.
No, stick with it. It's so good. Lean into it. Yes, and like that's where it's going. It's fine. It sounded good.
Oh my God, I'm leaning too hard. I'm going to slip down the slippery slope.
That sounded so good. I'm so upset that you stopped it.
Not me messing this up when we're already like, all right, we got to pick up the pace. Okay, let me try that again, guys. It's Australian, maybe. Welcome back to Take a Hike, the part of the show where we bitch a little and we tell something to take a hike. What am I telling to take a hike today? It has happened. I've seen my friends who listen to this podcast do it, and I'm calling you out right now, not by name. You're welcome. But I'm going to keep it. This is short. This might be the shortest one I've ever done, and I don't know why it bothers me, but every time I see it, I see this situation occur, it bothers me more than it should. And maybe other people can't relate, or maybe like you don't even know what I'm talking about. But when people post a side-by-side before and after picture, and the before is on the right, and the after is on the left.
Oh, that's so specific and weird, but I totally agree.
It confuses me. You're saying before and after, not after and before. Okay, we're reading left to right, or at least that's how they do it in the UK and Australia. And you just need to post it where you're saying it. If it says in big letters before and after, just line them right up. Before on the left, which looks like in the past, and before and after on the right. I'm supposed to be celebrating your successes, no matter what that means, but I can't because I'm already irked and I want to celebrate your success.
It's giving wrong there, and there.
Either way, you guys, if you're posting, I encourage it. I think it's fun. It's
file uploaded backwards.
Maybe the file uploaded backwards. I don't know. Some in Mandarin that's written backwards, but we're doing before and after. Before is on the left, after is on the right. And it just bothers me.
I was just in a class the other day and I had to send a work file and it wasn't loading because I was in the middle of a building. and I had to go step outside during the break to upload the file. And someone said, Zach, where are you going? I said, I have to go upload a file. And they said, you have to go upload a file?
That sounds like you're lying, bitch.
And I was like, no, I really have to upload a file. I was like, there's no service in here. She's like,
okay. You're like, I have to go upload a file. Would you gotta download a dookie? Like, just tell us you have to poop. Be honest.
No, I did. Danielle was like, you can come with me. And she's like, okay, I will.
Yeah, it's stinky.
And then she watched my phone until it uploaded.
Okay, so she knew you weren't lying.
Yeah, she knew.
One time I posted a throwback, but I wrote like small that it was a throwback. And this is why I like don't want to do this anymore. I posted a throwback and somebody was like, oh my God, Jonathan, you lost weight. Your skin looks great. Like, what's your secret? And I'm like, this was 2015 when I was dehydrated and doing drugs. And 5 years ago.
I would have to like lay down for a little bit. Yeah, I won't post a throwback until I look like my throwback.
It hurt my feelings so bad that this person went in to like compliment me so much when just slightly above that, it did say throwback. #2015.
So bigger text size is what we need to think about.
Yeah. Let's be conscious of our before and after pictures. So what are you telling us to take a hike?
This week I was going to get a coffee. I've been going to the city a lot for this like thing I'm doing, and I stop and get a coffee at this one place near the subway, and it's like a one-person coffee shop, which I know that sounds crazy, but that's literally what it is.
It's under stairs.
It's like a size of a closet, and it's got like if someone's in there, you wait outside and wait for them to leave. It's like these big glass doors, heavy glass doors. Went in there and there was no one in line. Great. So I order my latte, the iced latte, obviously, and I go to leave, and I didn't realize that it was a push, not a pull.
Oh, so you're pulling.
So no, I pulled like it was you open the door to pull, but it was a push. And I pulled so hard that I swear I almost shattered the glass door. It was the loudest, and it's a small room, obviously. So it just echoed in there, insane. And I turned around, I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's fine. Go.
Just go, please.
And ever since that happened to me last week, I have not opened one door without like panicking inside that I'm doing it the wrong way. Because when did doors not just start open like they used to? I feel like most doors just you pull open, right? Like,
yeah, we went to the Deli on the corner. The
just
corner
say deli, babe. What are you saying?
Oh, sorry, it's my accent.
What are you saying right now?
We went to the deli and they do have a strange door. It's a push to like go in, but it is the handle. I think the handle is what throws you off because it's a pull handle, but it's a push action. But it does say push above. But I feel like you have always had that. I don't want to say issue because I don't want to label you as having an issue in the push and pull of life.
It gets to the point where if I do it wrong, I double down on it. Like I double pull.
Yeah, and then as if it'll change.
Yeah, like I want every door to be changed to like the ones that are at Target where you step on the mat and they open. They just open like whoop.
Or we could just have a rotisserie door everywhere.
No, you hate those. That would be fair to you. No, I just want them to all be weight censored.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a heavy zone right now, so it'll always activate for me.
Well, I'll step up on that and it'll be like, hello? Are you in the room with us? Is someone there? Is that the wind?
Tiny.
Yeah, they're like, what is that smell? Is that
no,
the air?
I need to like really get over this anxiety because that interaction stressed me out so much that I have not opened a door the rest of the week without panicking if I'm doing it the right way. It's like completely reset me. Yeah, I've had this issue in the past. It's not plaguing me every day, but now it's becoming like a thing where I'm like, I can't stop thinking about it. Like even this morning at the deli, I got it right and I like celebrated it. And I'm like, okay, you don't need to be celebrating opening doors correctly. Like,
it's the little wins.
Now we're getting crazy now. Not everyone gets a medal.
You should reward yourself with a Cadbury egg cookie. I know a place. Okay, so which is worse? I'm going to say yours because it stresses you out, which in turn stresses me out.
Okay, I'll take the win this week.
Perfect.
See, I can't stop these wins.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over.
Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Welcome back to Crush of the Week.
Welcome
we got
back,
the Camper
welcome
Crushers
back.
of the week, and we're giving awards away. Hey, 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 yeah.
Who is getting this Milky Cadbury Cream Egg reward?
Cut it in half, split it into two.
Ew, nobody can split a Cadbury cream.
That's what the Domino egg ad is.
No, that you're supposed to share it. Wait, hold on. I missed that part. So you're supposed to share it?
No, I think they just wanted to show you the effect of it spilling over.
Oh.
That segment has spilled over into 2 more segments.
That is so fucking clever.
I just like love that guy. He's like, I'm gonna fucking wake up today and choose violence against the Domino's and Cadbury. Like,
and like that's valid, but like who else are you going after? Because I feel like Domino's has kind of established itself not so much as like a salad place.
I think he's trying to get on Traders.
And you know what? Maybe he'll get there. Traders UK, which we have yet to watch.
I know.
All right, but we're not talking about that. Guys, stay focused. It's foggy in here.
Who are you crushing on this week?
So my camp crush is Bindi Irwin.
Oh.
So I was doing it seems dark, I know, but I was doing all the research about the Stingray, which obviously reminds me of the tragedy that happened to Steve Irwin, but I loved him so much as a kid. And I remember just like seeing so much of Bindi as she's grown up through the years. I know maybe I shouldn't have picked her this week. I'm starting to rethink that, but I truly do I do really like her as a person. And
I love all the Irwins.
Yeah, me too. Crikey, it's the Irwins. You know, they still have a show going on.
Yeah, of course. They're literally like Australia sweethearts.
So for those of you living under a rock, Bindi Irwin is daughter to Steve Irwin, and she's a conservationist, zookeeper, a TV personality, a wife, a mother, and honestly an amazing human being.
I can't believe she's a mother already.
I didn't know this, but she's actually named after Steve Irwin's favorite crocodile at the Australia Zoo. Did you know that?
Bindi.
Bindi, yeah. Bindi was the name of a crocodile that Steve Irwin loved, so he named his kid after that.
He's so down for the plot.
She had her own TV show by age 9. Bindi the Jungle Girl, which was on Discovery Kids, you recall?
Yep, I do.
So in 2015, I didn't know this, you might know this. 2015, she was just 17 years old. She won season 21 of Dancing with the Stars. Mm-hmm. Bitch, what?
Yeah.
So I was watching it when I was doing research, just, diving deep with her past. Her dance partner was Derek Hough, and they held the record for the most perfect scores with 8. Now, somebody did beat them out. I don't know who that was, but they at the time they held the score for that, and I watched her dance and she was so incredible.
I know, she's just talented around, and she's been media trained her entire life, so cameras and stage fright doesn't exist in her, it seems like.
She gave her dad's eulogy at 8 years old, and she wrote the whole thing on her own. Mm-hmm. Which I watched that too and I couldn't get through it. It's just heartbreaking. In 2017, when Australia was voting for marriage equality, she was very vocal online about her support of the LGBTQIA plus community. She was taking pictures of her voting yes, and she was like, hey, when you go to the polls, vote yes. She got her rainbow warrior paint on, and she was posting pictures of rainbow birds and all these gay mating animals and stuff. It was the kindest, sweetest, most wholesome way to be it's literally nature vibes. That was my British accent coming through. I'll get it right today. She won the Ally Award of the Year in 2018 at Australia's LGBT Awards. And when she she gracefully turns the attention onto one of her best friends, who is a gay producer on the Crikey, It's the Irwins show. His name is Luke Revley, and he is also a conservationist and a TV producer, but he also works really closely with animals. So then later she married professional wakeboarder Chandler Powell in 2020. I didn't know he was American. I thought he was Australian, but he's from Florida.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they have their daughter, Grace Warrior, on their wedding anniversary. In March 2023, she revealed on Instagram that she had endometriosis, and she'd been struggling for 10 years in pain. And all these doctors, mostly male doctors, were just continuously coming to her being oh, it's we don't know what it is. We're running tests for everything. It must be all in your head. The pain can't be that bad. And at the end of the day, it was endometriosis. So she was thinking about whether if she should share this or not. But she's no, I'm going to share it. And I want to support all the women around the world who may not know that they have endometriosis or who have gone through this. And doctors have told them the same thing, that they're not alone, that this is it's awful to just be in constant pain for so long and not know what it is. And to raise more awareness to it, because that's what she did for me. She raised awareness. In a People magazine article that came out yesterday, it stated the news that Bindi will be the recipient of the Blossom Award at the Endometriosis Foundation of America's 12th annual Blossom Ball in May 2024. And she is an icon. She's a legend. And that's why she is my crush of the week.
Yeah, she just seems such a well-rounded individual.
Yeah.
Continues to just stand up for what's right and just be a upstanding citizen of the world.
Truly. And she's so talented, and it's like her head could be so big and it could be so
No, they're
jaded,
so grounded,
but
and they're all like living in the truth of their like father's like passions. They like love animals and conservation.
they're such good vibes. And literally like animals and human rights, like all across the board. They're just like doing like what is right. And I love that. I admire that.
We love you, Big D. Come to camp. Identify some birds for us.
Please. Also, we've got some weird weeds that make me itchy.
That's poison ivy.
Oh, she's like, I also don't do plants, babe. Like, get out of here. So, baby boy,
Hey. Hey.
who are you crushing on?
Me.
I'm crushing on you too.
Oh, really?
You handsome.
I don't feel it.
Okay, well, I was
Oh
just
my
trying
God.
to boost morale.
No, I just have like the worst sinus congestion right now.
Yeah, we're a little sicky Vicky.
My crush of the week is the New York Times game Connections.
Yay.
I keep losing, but I keep coming back for more.
Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating.
Oh, it's so difficult, but I love it. And I love that when you don't win, it doesn't tell you what the answers were. But let me just like backtrack a little bit. So obviously, I think it was last year Wordle was hot. Or was it the year before that?
It might have been 2 years ago.
Remember Wordle? People are still playing it.
Yeah, it's the wordle of the day.
It was like this really hot internet game that New York Times acquired. And they're like, hey, like these kind of like 1 day game format things are really popular.
Well, because they've been doing it since the beginning of time with like the print media with crossword puzzles
Yeah.
or word searches or whatever the fuck.
I get it, but I think there's something that's more popular about a one kind of condensed game, because a crossword can take you like an hour. You know what I mean? Wordle, it's like really kind of quick. Same thing with Connection. So they saw the success with Wordle and they're like, let's kind of reformulate this style of game, but like different, obviously. So Connections, if you don't know what it is, it's on the New York Times. It's free. I play it on my phone, and essentially like it's like a grid with 4 words across and 4 different lines. And there's 4 different categories within those words, and they're all jumbled up. And you have to kind of read the words and make groups of 4 that are then tied into like 4 more groups. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Taking 16 words and dividing them into 4 different groups.
Right.
But it always seems like some of them could go with different ones, and they only give you 4 chances, and they are ranked by color to see like which one's easiest to hardest.
Oh, is that what the color means?
Yes.
Oh.
Yellow. I think yellow's the easiest.
I've only played like 4 times. I get frustrated if I don't get it within the first 2 tries. I'm like, I'm out. I just need like one really easy one.
Yeah, it used to be easier a couple months ago, and I think ever since it got really popular, it's been getting so hard. I haven't won all week, but that's when I do win. I get really excited because I think I deserved it.
Well, maybe they should do like levels, like easier ones for people who just need like instant grad, like me.
I think it's good to not. That's why I like it so much, is because I don't win a lot. I think it's like it keeps me coming back because I'm chasing that high of the win.
Oh, see, I'm not like that. If I miss 100% of the chances I just don't take them. Listen, it was in there. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
where we
achy.
differentiate. I think it's fun. So if you're looking for like a brain teaser and you haven't played Connections yet, it's like once a day. And if you're obsessed with a streak, you can get streaks and stuff like that. I'm not obsessed with that kind of stuff. So I miss it. But if you're ever like looking for something to like pass 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your time, play the Connections game. I think it's super fun.
At Education Connection. Get
connected
connected for free at Education Connection.
What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Welcome back to Camp Songs. I was going to sing. Should I sing a little something?
Yeah, sing a little song.
Sing a little song.
Oh my God.
Sing a little song.
You're giving Fiona banana.
Girl, put your fingers on. I love that rasp. This is the part of the show where we share songs with you that have been stuck in our head all week. As always, the
The playlist.
playlists are
Linked.
listed and linked. Sorry, you did that.
As always, the playlist is linked below. You can listen to it on Spotify for free or YouTube for free as well. Shall I go?
Can I go first?
Yeah, please.
Wow.
You act like I just steal that from you every time when I'm so open.
No, I'm feeling a little congested. I just want to finish.
Yeah.
My song of the week is Deeper Well by Casey Musgrave.
Wow. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Well, it's her new song that she just released last week.
Yeah.
Well, by the time you guys get this, it'll be out for 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Jesus. But no, I'm really excited about this. I love new Casey, and this song, like, she just like, I feel like Casey in general just like heals something in me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that teetering, tottering line between kind of like soft pop, but also country.
Yeah.
Very like emotional music.
Oh my
like,
God, Rainbow. Can't get
uplifting.
through it.
I know Golden Hour is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like
So
of
good.
all time of any artist. It's like so incredible. But her follow-up album, I'm sorry, Starcross was just like not it for me.
And that's okay.
She follows me on Instagram.
Speak quietly.
She might listen to this podcast.
Speak quietly.
But no, Deeper Well seems like we're returning back to
To a deeper well.
a Golden Hour ass.
Yeah.
But the song is great. It's all about like personal growth and like leaving the people that and things that like no longer serve you to seek out a deeper well. Like you no longer are like filling my cup. I need to go find a deeper well.
Yeah, to be felt.
And it's about growth and change. And I think like growth and change is really great. And it's good to see like that is being written about in the music because I wanted some growth and change from her last album. So we're growing and changing in the right direction.
Yeah, I love that.
But I am just super excited. Casey's just a dynamite artist. And I don't think anyone really does it like she does.
No.
The music video is really cool too.
I didn't even see the music video.
Kind of like psychedelic, but kind of like grounded.
Yeah.
She's like walking through what appears to be like Scotland, and there's like floating rocks around her, and she's like in a flowy dress, and she's in the wind, and she's kind of like enlightening herself.
Wait. No, that was Iceland.
Oh yeah, very Iceland.
Yeah,
Yes, actually, now that I'm saying it.
I saw a clip of it now that you say that, and I did see that she posted that she was in Iceland doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If the album comes out the same day that Taylor Swift's Era Tour will be premiering on Disney Plus, they got the rights to that. Can you believe it?
I believe it. I can 100% believe it.
She's like, let's turn that billion into 2 billion.
Yeah. Bring back Disney.
But I'm super excited. I'm a huge Casey Muskrat fan.
Yeah, we love that little
And-
muskrat crawling around the well.
Yeah, we have a muskrat on camp and we named her Casey.
Aw.
Solidarity. No, that's gonna be great though. I would love to see her.
Oh my God,
On
we
tour.
should.
That's someone I would like. That's a tour I want to go to. Like Nicki Minaj is being canceled right now, rightfully so. There's some bad shit going on in her life, and we all knew about it. But I've always been a Nicki fan. You know me. I grew up in the 2000s, 10s. That's like my thing. But when people are like, "Oh, you going to the Nicki Minaj concert?" I'm like, I don't know if I can
No.
vibe in that.
No,
Like
I
I'm a
can't right
passive
now.
listener, but I can't be like in the crowd. I'm
No.
not lighting the blunt. But,
But with Casey, we can't do that. But that's a concert we need to go. We need to plan our outfits out. We need to plan.
no,
to
I'm not
stand.
like that.
No, I'm not either. But for that one, I'm gonna be. We're gonna get our cute cowboy hats.
Every time I plan an outfit out, I show up into the event. It's like, yeah, I look a little better than usual, but I'm still not compared to these bitches that dress. And it's okay. I'm not a bitch who dresses.
No, but that's what we did at the Beyonce concert. Like that type of planning.
Oh,
where it's
you're
like we
right.
just like have an idea. We don't just grab shit like I did Day of Pink. I literally didn't even think about what I was gonna wear until I was
Yeah.
in the cab on the way
It
there.
looks like you were going to LL Bean.
Well, I was filming. I was there for a job. I
You
wasn't
were
there for
supporting me.
enjoyment.
I was there in a wig. We were enjoyed ourselves planning.
We did. We slayed, and she was spinning around. But that's I do like that song, and I also call my butthole a deeper well.
You sound loose on this episode while you're talking about it. You're getting
I'm
crazy
giggling.
with the ass stuff right now.
I'm just being silly and vulnerable.
What is your song? Babe?
Okay, so a lot of full circle moments here. The song
just Constant circles here.
the song is "You're an Ocean" by Fastball.
You're in ocean pissing in the water.
No, it's called the PC. No, the song "You're an Ocean, You're an Ocean, settle down, what's a commotion?"
I swear you love to pick obscure songs and then sing them at me and then watch me try to grasp at anything to know.
Okay,
Who sings
ready?
this one? Stephanie Rico?
Fastball. I already said Fastball. They sang the no matter what I say, it's only what I do, and never wanna do bad things to you.
No, how's this one go again? You're an ocean. You're an ocean.
Settle down. Okay, you'll know it when I play it for you. But here's the full circle moments. You're an ocean. Currently, we are on a cruise. You know it. I know it. Hues of cruise. We ooze, cruise, hues.
The birth of our daughter.
The who?
The Stingray.
Oh, the Stingray. Yeah. Okay. The Stingray. Yeah, that as well.
Ooh.
Disney Plus with Taylor and Casey Musgraves. What
does that
other
have to
full
do with
circle
anything?
moments? I'm just because it's
you're
on
list-
Disney Plus.
I'm sorry. You're
wait.
listing the total circle moments.
Yeah. The movie that this is the opening scene in. Sorry, this is the part that I missed. You guys, are you still here? Hello? Are you still listening? Because
Motocross.
I wouldn't be. Motocross.
I got it.
Mulan. Okay. So Motocross was a 2001 hit, or was it 2000s? A 2001 hit Disney Channel original movie. Motocross, that was the opening scene. Now, if you go watch it, they did not secure the rights from Fastball, so they had to change the song. But I remember it so vividly that was the opening scene song, and I loved that. Andy Carson 125 Pro, where she switched positions with her brother because her brother got injured and she had to, like, he was Andrew Carson and she was Andrea, and they didn't technically lie because of the name, but then there was some weird like gender bending love story that the guy, remember, he was like, oh, I'm not like that, but I like you and I'm gonna kiss you even though you might be a boy or a girl. I don't care what
I want to
you are.
rewatch it now because I don't really remember it that well, but
It was good.
Yeah, I want to watch it now.
It was good. And the little brother was like a genius, and he like slipped up and told the secret. It's actually a really good movie from start to finish. So good. And the actress really cut her hair for the movie. And I was like, that's not a wig. She really freaking cut her hair like that. And they cut it. It was like bad. It was bad. It was a hairdo. That's a hair don't. Okay. Yeah, so it made sense for me. There was just a lot of full circle moments, but my mind right now is not the clearest of them all. Disney quote. Sorry.
It's not clear. It's cloudy like you're in ocean.
Yes. Cloudy Chance of Meatballs. Disney Pixar.
Nope, that's
Dreamscape.
DreamWorks.
Well,
I think we have to end.
I think we have to end this, guys.
I need to
We
take
still have
Sudafed PE.
we get to gym class. What's the PE? Don't even bother.
Pissy.
We might be sick in the next episode because we will be recording the next episode like basically tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for listening and all your support. We love you. We hope you had a well-rounded, nourished meal today featuring a Cadbury egg.
I know. Go make a chocolate chip cookie, put a Cadbury egg in there, and then tag.
Yeah, piss him off. And don't even eat it. Just make it.
Tag Lord Powell and say, what do you think about this, baby?
What do you think about this, Lordy?
He's going to lose his mind over there in the Chamber of Secrets.
That's what it's giving, Chamber of Secrets.
I know. It's like, grow up. Leave him alone.
Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Give us a review and a 5-star if you could. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, and check up on Charlotte. She's got a lot going on with 4 kids.
Yeah.
No father.
Yeah.
Poor Charlotte. Love you. And with that being said,
Lights out, campers.